Hi kindergarten friends, this is our lesson number 12. It is our review lesson. So this is our last seesaw lesson for the music lesson for the school year. What we're going to do today is going to be a little different. We're going to go through the music concepts that we learned throughout the school year. So things that you're going to have to remember and keep in your brain for next year so we can continue learning in first grade music. And then we're going to go through the list of songs that we did from the beginning of the year until we finished our last new lesson last week, okay? So what we're going to do is those couple of things, and then I will say goodbye to you because we are going to all have an awesome summer and hopefully be back in the fall like normal so that we can be together again, okay? So let's first, of course, start our lesson like we always do with the more we get together. Are you guys ready? Here we go. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Nice job. Now I think, from what I can remember, when we've done this song in class, you guys really love it when we do the more we jump together. So let's do it. Here we go. Get jumping for me. The more we jump together, the more we jump together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we jump together, the happier we'll be. Great job! And I think the one that you guys really loved was when we robot together. You guys ready? The more we robot together, the more we robot together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we robot together, the happier we'll be. Great job, friends. All right, let's get ready to review some important things we learned in music this year. Here we go. Okay, friends, so these are the really important things that we learned in music class this year. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through with you, and then I would like you to sing some songs with me, okay? So we started off the school year actually talking about steady beat, and we sang that song, Music has a steady beat. Music has a steady beat. What other things have a steady beat? My heart, boom, boom. So we're going to do that in a second, but just to remind you, we started thinking about steady beat and how music's beat does not change. And then we started moving into some rhythm, which means that we are making the sounds shorter and longer. Now, I don't know why there's not a picture here. This is what a TT looks like, okay? The one that's connected, like it's high-fiving. And this is a long sound called ta. And usually when we did that in class, we played it with rhythm sticks. So these were some things that you can do. I'm going to share this document with you too. There's some fun activities to do, a lot we've done in our lessons. Then we started talking about fast and slow. So we started talking about how sometimes music goes really, really slow, like a turtle. And sometimes music sounds more medium, like a walking pace when you're walking down the street. Or sometimes music can be really fast, like a bunny. And sometimes you can change your tempo in the song. So we can start out slow and go to fast, or fast to slow. And here's some more fun activities you can do. There's some really fun hip hop dances that you can do. So again, I'm going to share this document so you can see it. Back in January, when we came back to school from holiday break, we started talking about the instrument families and really looking at each one. Now, do you guys remember the names of the instrument families? I bet you do. It is percussion, string, woodwind, and brass. That's right. And the conductor, he or she is the leader, right? And here we have our strings in the front of our orchestra. We have the woodwinds in the middle, those ones that we have to blow into. Then we have the brass instruments. We have to blow into those too. Those are our gold-looking instruments. And then we have percussion, which is like our drums and our xylophones and our triangles and our shakers. We did a lot with instrument families. We also had to talk about loud and soft in music. So what does that mean? How does it make our music more interesting? We could listen to music that's all one volume, but that can be pretty boring. So to make our music interesting, sometimes we start loud like a lion and get quiet like a mouse. Or we start super quiet and we get loud like a lion. And then we had to talk about our singing voices and how we can sing high like a bird or a whistle. Or we can also sound really low like a bear or a tuba or thunder, right? And we have looked at a ton of folk songs. Remember, folk songs are songs that tell a story, and they are super fun. And we also looked at some classical music too. We looked at our Peter and the Wolf. We looked at the Nutcracker. We listened to the Four Seasons by Antonio Vivaldi, and we danced to his different music about seasons. So we've done a lot too. And then we also did some song tales, especially while we have been out of school. Those have been really super fun. Song tales are stories that can be told by singing. So we learned a lot this year in music. I want you to go through and check this out again and check out some of these activities. Again, some things that we did in our lessons and some things we haven't done, but they're great resources for you. Okay, friends, so we are going to look at this huge list that Mrs. Drake made of all these songs that we learned in music class. Now, I'm hoping that some of them you remember, especially the ones that we learned way back in the beginning of the year. And maybe some of these will refresh your memory. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through really quickly and highlight some of the ones that we really, really loved. Okay, obviously we did The More We Get Together. We've done that since the beginning of the year. And we have our goodbye song. We had the goodbye song in music class too, when we were all together. And then we learned a new one when we started doing distance learning. We learned our names in the beginning of the year with a song called Hickety Pickety Bumblebee. We looked at Steady Beat by listening to the Steady Beat song, and we practiced that with all of these songs: The Mouse's House, The Wheels on the Bus, The March of the Ducks. We had an awesome song that we learned from Quaver called Weather the Weather, which we're going to sing in a second here. Once we started getting into fall, we started looking at songs about fall, and we listened to I Go Up the Apple Tree, or I went to the pumpkin patch, pick a pumpkin, what a catch, right? We did that song together. We learned the 5 little pumpkins. For every season, fall, winter, spring, and summer, we looked at our 4 Seasons by Antonio Vivaldi, and we did lots of movement and dancing to that and listening for those instruments. We started looking at fast and slow, which led us to winter time and holiday time before we left for break. We looked at the Nutcracker and did lots of different dances with that. We looked at a winter song about being in a sleigh and being pulled through the snow, and we did a fun cup game with that. We learned our song Where's Frosty, which we turned into a game. We looked at Martin Luther King Day, and we sang the song He Had a Dream. And then we started getting into our instrument families, which we did for a long time in music class. That led us to looking at Peter and the Wolf. And Peter and the Wolf was a really cool cartoon that we used to listen to instrument families and specific instruments. Like Peter was represented by the violins, and the wolf was the French horn. And then we started our distance learning. So from here on out, we've learned lots of different songs. The Itsy Bitsy Spider, Down by the Bay, If All the Raindrops Were Lemon Drops and Gumdrops, right? We did lots of different spring songs. The Green Grass Grows All Around. That was a really fun song that you guys liked. Snail, Snail. Here is the Beehive. Look at all these different spring songs we did. Yep. So I'm just going to scroll really slowly so you can take a second to read them. You can pause and look at them to help you remember. Once we got into our underwater theme for one of our lessons, we did all of these songs. Five Little Fishies, The Fish in the Sea. This whole section was all of our country western theme lesson. And then last week we did our summer lesson, okay? So there are a lot of songs on this list, right? So I hope that you can pause and take a look as I've scrolled through to refresh your memory. If those are one of the favorite things that you did, and that's your favorite activity for music class, then go ahead and you can write that into Seesaw. So I know. Okay, friends, so your last thing on Seesaw for the school year is to tell me either your favorite song. You can, again, scroll back into the video a little further and look at the song list that we went over, or you can tell me your favorite game or your favorite activity that we did in music class this year, okay? I'm just curious. I would like to know, and I would like to say a huge thank you to you guys for being such awesome musicians in music class. Everybody always had a smile on their face, willing to dance and have fun and play instruments, and I know I had a ton of fun this year, and I am so excited for first grade music. So I'm sad that our school year got cut a little bit short, but we did what we can, and I cannot wait to be back. And I hope you guys have an awesome summer. Keep listening to music, and when we get back together, I can't wait to hear all the new music you listened to or the fun dances you learned. And I hope you guys have a great summer. So let's get ready to sing So Long Farewell. You guys ready? So long farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I said so long farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again. Bye, guys. Have a great summer. I'll miss you.